Nimitz US aircraft carrier buildup in the South China Sea. China is showing off frigates and missile destroyers and calling them US aircraft carrier killer missiles. The plan deploys 054A frigates, 052D missile destroyers in South China Sea. Well, folks, let me also tell you that the USS Ronald Reagan, the USS Nimitz are carrying out South China Sea exercises. And the US South China Sea naval exercise has befuddled the Chinese plans and the Chinese projections as well. China has released images of frigates, destroyer flotilla in the South China Sea. Ashish Singh is with us on the broadcast. Ashish, what do we make of this? Obviously, the US was gearing up since a long time to take on China inside of the South China Sea. But this kind of a response that we are seeing from China, what does this connotate?
Well, it's a clear indication that the South China Sea is the hot area as far as the U.S. versus China face-off is concerned. As you rightly described, there are three aircraft carriers, all 100,000 plus category aircraft carriers, Nimitz, Roosevelt, and also the Reagan. Now, all these three aircraft carriers are there in the South China Sea for almost a month. And when you have the Chinese reaction coming now, they basically have taken out a couple of missile destroyers with obviously the loaded missiles. They basically want to project to the U.S. side that these missiles, specifically the 47 and 72 D types, they will basically destroy the U.S. aircraft carriers. Certainly not. It's not practically possible as far as the U.S. aircraft carriers are concerned. Remember, the aircraft carriers are not just the aircraft carriers; they are basically the combat nucleus group. It's basically an entire group that has multiple platforms and the weapons whenever an aircraft carrier moves out. Now, when you have these kind of posturing happening in terms of reaction coming from Chinese side, after the U.S. Navy deployed three aircraft carriers, it's certainly becoming very hot. And it also highlights how the Chinese side is being cornered from across the world. And at the time when India and China are at loggerheads, certainly this is going to further create another front and build up tension for the Chinese to take care. And that's exactly where all major powers of the world are coming together. When you have the Indian government taking care of one front, the U.S. side taking care of the other front, even the smaller countries like Taiwan, Philippines, and Malaysia, they have also opened their front as far as the build-up with the China is concerned. And that's something that Chinese must be very worried about. But at the same time, being practical, they would obviously try and project that they are ready to take on all that they could take out is the so-called aircraft carrier killers. They obviously did not take out their own aircraft carriers. Their specifically the Shandong class aircraft carrier had moved out from its berth a couple of weeks ago, but again back in the same place after a week's, I would say, tour in South China Sea. They did not make the U.S. aircraft carriers faced with their own aircraft carriers. They just deployed some missile destroyers, and that's something not good enough or capable enough to take on the three aircraft carriers.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.